Oh, Alter, dieses Video macht einen anxious. Das sind Momente, da willst du eigentlich, da denkst du dir einfach nur, Digga, was passiert hier? Wie geht sowas? Wir gehen einfach mal auf Trend Central und gucken mal, was wir da wieder so Verrücktes finden. Times people were incredibly lucky. Let's go.
Luck is a fickle thing. You either have it or you don't, but it never seems to be around when you need it the most. Thankfully, the people in today's video had a whole lot of it at just
what the fuck?
The right moment. Ready to meet them? Let's get it on. If there's one place you definitely don't want to be on a bad day, it's in an airplane. You don't even need to be scared of flying to know that, but what you don't know is that sometimes just being near
das war fucking knapp.
A plane might be just as terrifying.
Alter.
If you're ever thinking about watching a plane, you might want to check that luck is on your side that day.
Yo!
Just in
Warum, Alter?
case something like this happens. For a casual sport that loads of people enjoy
Ey Junge, wenn so ein Ding auf dich zugeflogen kommt, da rutscht dir das Herz aber auch mal ganz woanders hin.
every day, skateboarding can be pretty dangerous. Some of those stunts pretty much invite things to go wrong. But
das ist fast die Halfpipe, das sieht aus wie die Halfpipe, die wir gebaut haben in der Halle.
some people don't need
Lol, warte mal. Das muss ich kurz noch mal
to
sehen.
go wrong. But then
Alter, das ist ja mal ein Trickshot on another level. Er stolpert und stolpert smooth einfach wieder da drauf. Das ist einfach, that's the moment where life is fine,
but
Alter.
then some people don't need to worry about that. This guy really should have wiped out pretty badly trying this. But
lol.
instead,
Oh, no.
everything came together perfectly. He
Wie
almost
chill er auch einfach
could have
wegcruised.
convinced everyone that he meant to do that if it weren't for the huge
Alter, stell dir mal vor, das ist wirklich ein Trick, den du kannst. Wie badass.
smile across his face as he rolls away gently.
Respect +1.
Sometimes luck isn't about avoiding disaster, but more just about pulling something off that should be impossible. This singer's crowd walking could have made him look like a laughingstock if this rogue cup of beer had landed full in the face, which you can bet was the intention of the person who threw it.
What? Alter. Was sind das für insane
Instead,
Trickshots?
everything came together.
Yo, zack.
They're so
Ey, wir haben ja mit Schuh so viele Trickshot-Videos gemacht und sowas, ey, trust me, Leute. Sowas ist so fucking hard to do. Wenn du es machen willst, ist es wirklich insanely schwer.
perfectly for him that he ended up looking more cool and in control than any human ever
Alter.
has. That definitely backfired for the guy who threw the beer, though. Sometimes all you need for a stroke of good luck is for someone else to change their mind. The people
So random auch irgendwie, ja,
in
Mann.
this car had one of those moments. They were pretty sure
Ist das ein Nashorn?
this rhino was going to charge their car, and they're right to be scared. Who knows what could
Das sind Momente, da willst du eigentlich, da denkst du dir einfach nur, Digga, was passiert?
have happened if it did that. But at the last minute, it decided it didn't really feel like it and swerved to the side. I bet the people in the car have never been
Alter, boah.
so happy about anything.
Ich wäre so schock einfach.
Niall. Oh my God, Niall! Niall!
Sometimes one man's disaster is another man's fortune. Watch the guy in orange and green. Trust me, there's a good reason I'm telling you to watch the guy right at the back who, let's face it, has no chance of winning. Well, almost no chance. The only way he could take the lead is if everyone
Junge, badass. Wenn du gewinnst, einfach nur, weil alle anderen scheiße sind.
is wiped out at the last moment. That's a lot of luck considering the amount of misfortune in that race. It's probably in your best interest to always assume that even the simplest machinery is out to get you. With so many
Das ist actual
even the
Footage
simplest machinery
von mir, wie ich sauge bei uns zu Hause.
is out to get you. With so many moving parts, it's easy for things to go wrong and you'll be the one who suffers for it. Unless you know how to run away as effectively as this guy. That garage door did its best to get him, but this man has seen enough cartoons to know that the best way to escape anything is to run away with his arms in the air. It must be how you activate good luck.
Boah.
We all know that certain environments
Alter, dieses Video macht einen anxious.
are more dangerous than others.
Yo.
For example, the desert is a harsh place. That's still true even if you're in a car. It's far more difficult to control your vehicle on sand. But sometimes when you're really lucky,
Alter, warte mal, da steht da eine Person.
the thing that's creating danger
Digga, was ist das? Ist das even real life? Guck mal, da sind ja vielleicht 50 Zentimeter zwischen. Direkt Confidence einspielen.
can also be the thing that saves you. Sure, you can bet this 4x4 is flying straight toward him because of the slippery sand. There's also no way it could have stopped like that without the sand too. Journalists often put themselves into dangerous situations, but none of them are like this woman. She would probably usually assume that she's pretty safe since she's being broadcast live. But
Alter, das war
not this
sehr
time.
knapp.
All it takes is a helicopter.
Das war so
flying a
fucking
little
knapp.
too close, and you have some seriously gruesome news headlines. She had no idea how close that helicopter was.
Alter, das hätte auch der Kopf sein können.
When she took
Das hätte auch der Kopf
that
sein
little
können.
step to the side. Now that's a close call if I ever saw one.
Alter.
If you were hoping
Das ist intens, das Video, oder nicht?
to see the perfect example of bad and good luck working in harmony, then this is the clip for you. Most people will agree that dropping food is just about the worst thing on earth.
Es gab mal einen Streamer, der wurde fast von Nägeln durchbohrt, nur weil er Durst hatte. Ist er noch am Leben? Wer war das denn nur?
But if you have a positive attitude and the right
Ich hätte auch in diesem Video sein
skill,
können, Alter.
you can change that. This guy knows that better than anyone, and he's about to demonstrate how to transform luck by kicking a baguette into a bin.
Okay.
It's a perfect
Weiß ich, das ist jetzt so ein bisschen too perfect auf Wish bestellt.
shot, no denying that. There's nothing more scary than nature. Fires, floods, and avalanches are dangerous and almost impossible to control. So just imagine how this skier felt when he found himself right in the middle of an avalanche.
Avalanche ist Lawine, oder? Oh!
This video really does look straight out of a disaster movie, as he tries to escape the ground that's falling out from underneath him. Sure, there's an element of skill in.
Boah, Alter, das ist ja wirklich wie, keine Ahnung, 2012, einfach, stell dir vor, du fährst Ski und der Boden unter dir bricht einfach so weg.
Involved in making
Alter.
it out of a situation
Dass er das auch noch
like that,
gefilmt
but I
hat.
still don't know how he did it. He must have
Wow!
really been favored by fortune that day.
Boah, Alter, wenn du da einmal hinfällst, tot.
It's important
Fuck.
for kids to get involved with sports, but that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. All sorts of things can go wrong, no matter how good that child is at their chosen passion. That's exactly what happened to this 9-year-old gymnast.
Oh nein.
It was just one wrong move, and suddenly
Oh
she
nein.
was flying out of control through the air.
Oh Gott, Alter, der Trainer. So ein Ehrenmann. Einmal ein Ehrenclap für diesen Trainer, der einfach sofort reagiert hat und das Kind fängt. Oh mein Gott, das wäre so nach hinten
Thankfully, she had a
losgegangen.
coach who's very fast and very attentive. That's definitely the person you want teaching you. We've all had a close call or two in our life, but most aren't quite as close as this one.
Ja.
This incredible dashcam footage shows an out-of-control SUV just inches away from sliding into a tow truck driver.
Wow.
You can tell he knows how close he came to not existing anymore because he just carries on with his day like nothing happened.
Ist das Russland? Das wäre so richtig typisches Just Russian Things. Das hätte aber auch mit dem Fang ins Auge gehen können, das stimmt.
If I were him, I would have just left.
Alter.
Luck often overrides skill and intelligence, for better or worse. This guy definitely shouldn't have come out of this as well as he did. Sure, he can bat just fine, but clumsily throwing a metal bat into the air isn't clever. Who knows where it could have landed and what kind of damage it could have done to him, but instead it did something impossible.
LOL.
We'll never know why, but I'm more interested in how. I've never seen anything do that.
Digga, das ist so eine One in eine Milliarde Jahre Moment, oder?
And I'll bet it's almost impossible, but that doesn't matter. Luck
Sieht fast schon fake aus.
can do anything. The X Games is famous for being extreme. They're all about amazing athletes taking huge risks and doing incredible stunts, but the whole reason the stunts are amazing is because they're seriously difficult, so they often go wrong. But as Zeb Powell proved during this stunt, just because a stunt goes wrong, that doesn't mean you can't nail it in the end.
Yo, das ist ja fast schon cooler.
All you need is serious skill and a lot of luck at just the right moment. And that combination
Sieht ja fucking cool aus.
makes for the best show ever. Usually, the best way to tell that you're having a bad day is if you trip over your own feet. It's safe to say that luck has abandoned you when that happens, but life is never so black and white. In this case, tripping was the best thing that could have happened to this basketball player. He probably would have missed the basket if he tried that shot in a more normal way. Sometimes, when fortune favors you, failure can be success in disguise. There's no doubt that you need some skill to drive even a basic car. You know that's true because of all the terrible drivers we all have to put up with every day, but different vehicles require different skill levels. For example, it's much harder to drive a semi than a car, especially if you're trying to cross a little bridge like this. Luckily for this driver, this little mistake could have been far worse than it actually was. At least he could carry on like nothing happened. Ice hockey is renowned for being a risky and dangerous full-contact sport. There are so many things that can go horribly wrong in a sport like that, but this moment is unique.
My question is, what the hell?
It's the perfect example of the kind of terrible thing that can go wrong, but nothing terrible actually happens.
Warte mal, das ist der Punkt. Junge, ich dachte, das wäre eine Kamera, ich dachte, das wäre ein Cyborg. Junge, ich habe ja komplett gar nicht geschaltet. Mein Gehirn war einfach aus, wie so,
Moment is unique.
What?
So many things that can go horribly wrong in a sport like that.
Moment.
This moment is unique.
Was?
My question is, what the hell?
It's the
Wie
perfect
geht sowas?
example of the kind of terrible thing that can go wrong, but nothing terrible actually
Wie
happened.
lebt er noch? Ihr stellt die richtigen Fragen.
I don't know how much luck you need to stop a hockey puck breaking your face even though it's gone right up under your visor, but I'll bet it's more luck than most of us have. Snowboarding is hard. Really, there are more ways to mess up a stunt than there are to land it. So what do you do if you're on camera and you don't quite make a jump? Well, if you're this guy, you might just...
Yo, das hätte aber auch anders böse schief gehen können, Alter. Guck dir das mal an. Ach du Scheiße. Oh, and at this moment he knew. He fucked up. Alter. Yo.
If you're this guy, you might just be lucky enough to make
Das ist einfach ein neuer
up for it
Trick.
on the landing. Even he knew that was more luck than skill, but he still must have been pretty happy with himself, especially since he could have left with many more
Alter, der hat sich so alles
bruises than
brechen
the one he
können.
must have on his shin. You never know when you might need more luck than you've ever had in your life.
Meine
You might be
Fresse.
having a perfectly good day, bicycling in the sun, never imagining that everything could go horribly wrong. Then again, nothing does go horribly wrong. But what were the chances?
Oh! Boah. Boah. Alter.
I'd bet there was more chance of a
Shit.
terrible disaster than the way it actually turned out. That's one seriously
Warum pixelt
lucky
das?
person
Ist doch was
for
passiert.
sure. We all know that a narrowly avoided close call makes for the best entertainment. This could just have been a normal relay race, which is fine, but hardly thrilling to most of us. And nobody wants to watch someone actually drop the stick, that's just sad. But watching two runners almost, but not actually drop
Die machen einfach
the
Fanspinning.
stick multiple times,
You
now
know, they're
that's
pen
entertainment.
spinning.
You need just the right balance of good and evil to get that sweet spot you're seeing here.
Geil, Alter. Oh, das ist immer ein schöner Start einfach.